Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a tutorial talk through, chat through video on this makeup here, which I think is super appropriate for Christmas time. Now, at the end of the video, I tried to explain to you guys that this sort of makeup to me is what I would wear, what I do wear in a summer Christmas, but if you're in like a winter Christmas, I think sort of like heavier, like darker eyes are more appropriate. This is the look that I came up with. I am so obsessed with it. The focus point for me is obviously the lips, and then I think that the skin is really beautiful and like natural but still glowy. I don't know, I really like it. If you guys want to see how I got this Christmas or holiday themed look, then please keep on watching. So all I've got on my face right now is some sunscreen just to make sure that my face is protected, especially if you are celebrating Christmas in New Zealand or the Southern Hemisphere and it's summertime. You need to make sure you have SPF. This is the Hourglass Veil Primer. Alright, I nearly wasted some product there, but I didn't. I'll apply this all over the face. Really excited. I've had this for a few days but I haven't had a chance to use it. Oh, that feels really good. I thought it was going to be really moisturising, but it's like a moisturising primer crossed with like a silicone primer. For foundation I'm going to go quite natural, like this is sort of more of like a natural Christmas holiday makeup. So I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. My shade is 0 Porcelain. They have a really fantastic shade range, from like very fair to I think they go fairly deep as well, so that's really good. I'm just going to pop my Bobbi Brown foundation all over using this brush. Gives me really good coverage, and because it's so fat it's really fast too. Another foundation that I really love for summertime, if you guys don't want such a light coverage, is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I can't even speak English. That's a really great sort of more medium to full coverage foundation, and because it is matte-ish, it's really good for summertime. The reason why I generally go a little bit more natural during summertime is because I have freckles, and I feel like it looks more natural if you can just see my freckles, and all I do is I just conceal where I need to conceal. Like at the moment I need to conceal my chin, so I'll just put concealer there and then the rest of the face I'll just rock it pretty natural. And also I feel like when it's really hot and sweaty, it's better if your makeup looks more natural, because then when it starts to fade off, generally it won't fade too patchy, it'll just kind of evenly fade. As I said, I really want to conceal my under eyes and my blemishes, so for my under eyes I'm going to use my Skin Food Salmon Dark Circle Concealer in the shade 1, and I'm just using that with a flat top eyeshadow brush from XO Beauty, and I'm going to focus that right in the hollow of my eye. Well, it's not really that hollow, but you know, the deepest part of my under eye bag. And I'm going to apply a little bit of another concealer on top to brighten the area just a little bit. I've just squeezed a little bit of my LA Girl Pro Conceal onto the back of my hand, and I'm just going to apply it from there. I don't really want to do a huge like highlighted triangle. I'm just going to sort of apply a little bit, whereas if I apply it directly onto my face I always get like, it looks really good but it's just, yeah, it's a bit much and I don't want it to be too much for this look. Hopefully you can see the difference between the two. This side's just got the corrector and this side's got corrector and concealer. Just sort of helps to just brighten it up just a little bit more. And using the corrector first just means that my look, my eyes don't look so dark, because even like a regular concealer can't brighten it up that well. I'm just going to use this concealer, which is another Korean beauty product. It's the Tony Moly Cover Pot Concealer Face Mix. I don't know what that means, but it's in the shade 1. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, a more pigmented concealer. Before I set my face and everything, I'm just going to do my brows. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm using the shade Medium Brown. I love this brow pencil. I think it's my favourite one that I've ever used, which, you know, is pretty typical. Everyone loves it, but it's seriously like really good. So all I do is at the front of the brow, I pull it in upward strokes, and then the further I get in I start to do them diagonally, because it's the way that my hair grows. I feel like it's kind of foolproof too. Like every single time I've used this I feel like my brows have come out really good. There's never been a time that I wasn't happy with them. And then at the end of the brow all I do is I drag down, because that's the way that the brow hairs grow. I do have a pimple right in the middle of my brow at the moment, which is driving me insane, so if this brow looks a little bit wonky, that'll be why. For my cheeks I'm using this. This is amazing. I really love it. It's the Bourjois Aqua Blush 12 Hour. It's like a liquid blusher in the shade Coral. Kokori Coral, number 2. I just put it on the a surface. So the back of like a palette or something, and then with this stippling brush, this one is from Real Techniques, it's just their stippling brush, just disperse it onto the bristles and then just pat it onto the cheeks. It's just really, really natural and really, really pretty. Very, very summery colour. I don't know, I've only used this like 2 or 3 times, but I'm seriously obsessed with it because it just blends in so well with the skin. I do have another colour, but it's a lot brighter, but this one I feel like is bright, but it's still wearable. You know what I mean. Now I'm going to powder down my face. I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Light. I feel like soon I'll be able to use Light Plus because I am actually getting a little bit of a tan. And I'm just going to powder all over, including over top of that blush, because it's going to help to just set it in place. You can apply like another blush on top to, you know, make sure that it stays, but I find that even without doing that, the blush isn't going anywhere. I'm just going to set my brows down with my Estee Lauder Brow Now Brow Gel Volumizing Brow Tint in the shade 2 Light Brunette, which I don't think it's really that light, but I really like it. I wouldn't get any shades darker. This is like the perfect colour for me, and it's so good at holding your brows down. I raved about it in my last, or one of my last makeup looks, and it was, yeah, I really, really like it. I recently got this palette and I'm so obsessed with it. It's so hard to show you guys. It's the Ambient Lighting Edit palette from Hourglass. Worth every penny. I'm loving it. So I'm going to go in with pretty much just incandescent light, which is the one right there, and I'm going to apply it to the tops of my cheekbones and like my brow bone, above the brow, everywhere that I'll normally highlight, and then I go over top with a more intense highlight just on the tops of my cheekbones. This just helps me from looking like a total disco ball, which I normally, you guys know I always do that, but I feel like using the more natural highlight first helps me from going overboard. I don't know if you guys are going to really be able to see it. If you guys are into natural highlights, this is totally a great palette to have. So this is what my face looks like with just iridescent light all over. Sorry, it's not incandescent, it's iridescent. I don't know, it's really pretty. So as per any true, you know, Christmas look, I want the focus to be the red lip. I'm going to go be really basic. I'm going to use this one here from the Stila Eternally Yours set. It's called Fiery, but any red that you have, this is supposedly a deep red, which I'd say it probably is a deep red. Colourpop do really great liquid lipsticks. That they're more dry though, and I also really love the Jeffree Star, and the red from Jeffree Star is really, really pretty, but I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm going to give it a go. But if you can't get that, Red Rim by Jeffree Star is really, really pretty. So you're going to take a shimmery base. You can use whatever you have. This is the only one that I've got on hand at the moment. It's the Elizabeth Arden Sunkissed Pearls in Freshwater Pearl. Had a moment just then. Just going to put this all over my lid. So my favourite palette that I own at the moment has to be the Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I know, I don't think I've talked to you guys about it that much, to be honest, but it smells like freaking heaven. I think I might go in first with a little bit of peanut butter. It's like a really, really warm colour, and I'm going to wash that through the crease. Maybe mix that with mousse, which is a little bit more of a neutral brown, just to get some dimension going on. I feel like if you use warm colours, it doesn't matter whether you do like golds or bronzes or like nudes, as long as it's warm. That kind of is sort of like the holiday colour palette, I feel like. Warm eyeshadows are very Christmassy. At least in my opinion, they remind me of Christmas. I'm going to take a little bit of Nougat, which is that kind of pinky neutral shade. I love this as like the outermost part of a transition, because it's not like crazy pigmented, but it's warm and it's light, so it's really great to like put on the edge of your transition. Then I'm going to go in with Coconut Cream, which is a lighter shade, the lighter sort of like bone matte shade. I'm going to apply that underneath the brow first, and then I just sort of take that and I blend it down into my crease shades just to make sure that they're all well blended. As you can see, I'm going for quite like a, I don't know, like a really smoky but light eye, like it's really like diffused is the word that I'm looking for. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the lid. I think I might first apply Butter Pecan, which is this shade down here, which is just like kind of like a peachy gold, but it's still light. It's not light. Oh my gosh, it's gold, you know, it's kind of like in the middle. I don't know. I'm going to use my finger to apply it just so that I have really good control. That's it swatched. It's so nice and pigmented. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, definitely going to go for this. Then back in with any of the blending brushes that I've been using and just blending it out a little bit. Going in with a little pencil brush and butter pecan again, but I'm just going to take that on the inner corner. I don't like using my fingers for the inner corner because I feel like I always go overboard or put it in the wrong spot, so just using the brush is so much easier. Under the eye I'm going to go in with the tiniest little bit of mousse. I don't want it to be dark by any means. I don't want it to be bright, but I don't want it to be dark. So just like minimal amounts of shadow. I'm mixing butter pecan with peanut butter and I'm going to apply that underneath the eye. Don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. Kind of the look that I'm going for, so works. I just want it to be kind of like a reflection of the top, like smoked out but still like nice and shimmery, so that the mixture of the two is kind of giving me that. For liner I'm of course going to do white. This one is the Eye of Horus Selenite White Goddess pencil and it's just a white eyeliner. This one I think has a little bit of a pearl to it, so it'll help to add to the shiny shimmery look, but it is still really pigmented, which is good. So it's white but it's not too like pow in your face, but it lasts a really long time too, which is very, very important. For mascara, as per usual, I'm going to use two. I'm going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara and I'm going to use the Eye of Horus Goddess Mascara on the top. So let's do it, because I want to do the lips so bad. Always do your bottom lashes first, unless you like want to wait for the top to dry, because then you're not going to like blink mascara up when you're going like this. Helpful tip. Anyway, top lashes, Eye of Horus Goddess Mascara. Make sure you go crazy with mascara if you're not going to do lashes. If you're going to do lashes, don't really worry about like packing it on, but I'm not going to wear lashes. I might wear them on the day, but today I think I might just rock the natural ones. Alright, so I've got my little lipstick that I'm going to use. As I said, it's called Fiery and it's by Stila. Any red lip that you want to wear, that you like wearing, that you think suits you, just go for that. I don't know if this suits me, but we're going to rock it. I love matte lips, so we're going to go for this. I'm not going to use a lip liner because I feel like I can get really sharp with liquid lipsticks, but if you don't think you can do that, then just match it with the matching lip liner. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Christmas look. If you guys want to see a more dramatic one that I assume would be more appropriate for the Northern Hemisphere, please do let me know and I can do that for you guys. Don't you worry, my Christmas haul will still be coming this year. Gotta keep the tradition going. That's everything that I have to say. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've already said that about 10 times. I'm just gonna stop. Anyway, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. I love you and I will see you next time. Bye!